Ahoy mateys, we are doing a new series called One Hit Wonders, and this chronicles a show, maybe it lasted one season if that, and most of these are great shows that should have got a second chance, starting with this one behind me. If you do not recognize this show, where were you in 2007 when Mark Burnett, the guy of Survivor, created this Pirate Master off the heels of the success of Pirates of the Caribbean, obviously a great Disney franchise based on the ride. They wanted, I guess, to take the success of that and team up with the Survivor kind of fan base. This was filmed in Dominica, where the second and third Pirates films were made. So I don't know if they used the same locations or not, but that is a cool fact. We were actually in Dominica in 2004 or 5, right? I think 5. And they were prepping to film Pirates, which would film later that year. So it is cool to have that connection. But this is a great show. I could tell you a lot about it, but let's cut to a video which will explain more.
There is a pirate legend that tells the tale of Captain Henry Steele, his ill-fated crew, and the treasure chest of Zanzibar. Long lost in the depths of the Caribbean, it's about to be raised from the deep. Inside, secret maps leading to a vast treasure buried a long time ago. Now, 16 modern-day pirates will set sail on a treacherous journey in search of Captain Steele's gold.
Everybody wants to see the big X and dig.
They'll have to obey their captain's every command as they embark on the adventure of a lifetime.
The name of the game is Booty.
Each week, they'll search for and find gold doubloons, face turbulent times.
I really have no idea what's coming.
Tough expeditions into uncharted territory and
I'm gonna cut their throat.
Possible mutiny. Finding the legendary treasure will take cunning.
I am evil.
Strength and courage.
I'm not intimidated by anyone.
And once they find it, they'll have to lie, cheat,
Money is not a problem. If you see it, you take it.
and steal to keep it for themselves. $1 million in gold awaits them. Who will become the Pirate Master? Premieres CBS Thursday, May 31st. Watch your back.
You want to see action, you want to see excitement, and you want to see people just going at it, you're going to love it. 16 people board a pirate ship and set sail searching for hidden treasure in the Caribbean. The host of Pirate Master is Cameron Daddo. So you're on a ship.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're on an island where people can run off into their own little sections and hide in the woods. What's it like to be locked up with 16 people, and how gritty does this get? I mean, you're playing for a ton of booty.
Well, playing for $1 million. It's not $1 million at the end. There's money every week. There's treasure every week that happens in Pirate Master. What's it like on the ship? Well, it's a 180-foot tall ship, and you've got 16 incredible personalities from all around the country, and they have to live together. And it's a bit like this, like an emotional petri dish out there, you know, because there's so many things going on, because they're being cutthroat, they're being underhanded, but at the same time, it's a community. They have to get along, and they cast each other adrift. They cut each other adrift. So you have to be able to get along and somehow fly under the radar and win that treasure.
So basically, I mean, people walk the plank here. I mean,
well, there is actually no plank walking. There is actually only one documented case of plank walking in history. So we were like, it's a little dangerous at night time. So we actually cut them adrift. We put them in a lashed together raft. The captain pulls out his saber and cuts them off, and off they go, float into the Caribbean.
Now, a lot of people wonder, you know, what's the difference? What's the twist on this versus a Survivor. Mark
Right.
Burnett involved in this.
Right.
Tell us how the two differ.
Well, the two different. Survivor has two teams, as you know.
Right.
We have one crew, and we pull that crew apart, and we create two crews, and they go head to head for treasure each week. Then, when one crew wins the treasure, they come back, they count their booty on the deck of the ship, and then they keep their money, which they can barter with, they can do anything they want with that money whilst they're on the ship, but they all return to being pirates again, so they all come back as one. Then the next week, we pull them apart again, and it's all random. So that's one aspect where it's different. So they're all together, and then the other one is Survivor is $1 million at the end.
Right.
We have 500,000 at the end, and each week you can win money.
Somebody gets something.
Every week someone wins money. Someone
Kooky
wins
factor
check.
up at a 10?
Kooky factor's an 11, mate, all the way.
You gotta tune in, everyone. Cameron Dado!
Now the cast of Pirate Master, which consists of 16 members. This includes Jay, Jupiter, Azimuth, Nessa, Joe Don, who's an important figure, Krista, John, Alexis, Louie, who's one of my favorites, Cheryl, Joy, Sean, Laurel, Ben, who makes it far, Kendra, and Christian, who I don't remember too much about, but that is the cast of Pirate Master. Pirate Master is centered around a fictional story of the pirate Captain Henry Steele and the treasure of Zanzibar, which we've talked about. After acquiring the treasure, Steele divided into 14 parts, each hidden within one of the hidden treasures, compartments, traps, and this was on the island of Dominica. Each week the contestants are divided into two crews, black and red, to hunt for the treasures indicated by the maps and clues obtained from the most recently opened compartment in the chest of Zanzibar. If the captain and officer positions are occupied, they are automatically assigned to the black crew, while all remaining players draw colored gunshots out of a bag determining their crew. The black crew gains the extra player when an odd number of contestants are available. Both crews simultaneously go on expeditions and decipher clues along the way to find gold coins hidden around the island of Dominica. During the expedition, there's a potential for the currently leading crew to sabotage the other crew, slowing them down, such as by causing pitfalls and bridges to collapse, a net to fall, blocking the passage. Also maybe booby traps that can slow the team down. The first crew to successfully retrieve the treasure, even if the other crew arrived and started searching first, wins the treasure and indicates their victory by firing the blunderbuss, which is a gun. Following the winning the expedition, the crew must select one of their own to be the captain. The captain must then select two crewmates. The captain receives the right to claim half of the treasure for themselves in addition to other luxuries, but must also nominate 3 contestants for the elimination. He gives his verdict by giving them the black spot. The officers each receive a smaller share and claim lesser luxuries. So basically the captain and his officers leads the black crew. If they are unsuccessful, then they choose a new captain and new officers. So it could change week to week depending on if the black team wins or the red crew. So the show had a couple of phases, and Louis, who is my favorite character, he was not on a lot of Wing Tims. Ben and Asmith and formed the Triad. We'll get to that in a minute. But Joe Don was the first captain, and he won 2 or 3 times. And Ben was also in that. So he was on the winning side most of the season. And we talked about the black spot. If you're up for elimination, you get the black spot. Louis got the spot a lot, and Nessa did as well. I'm waiting for Joe Don to appear, but Louis talks about the black spot. It has some writing there, how they're kind of unworthy. There was a chance of mutiny as well. If the whole crew and both of the captains chose mutiny, that could mutiny the captain, the other 2 officers. But we'll show pictures. Joe Don was a prominent figure in the kind of first half of the show, along with Ben, who was an officer. Ben didn't really get, he didn't get the flag that Joe Don and his right-hand man, what was her name? Alexis, I think. He somehow came out unscathed. I think it's because he gave more treasure away or something. But then let's talk about the Triad. Asmith, Ben, and Jay, not Joe. They went on a tear, and even though Jay in the first couple episodes was not an officer, he kind of could control where the vote went. So in a way he was part of that crew, and that's initially how he joined the Triad, because him and Ben were pretty tight the first couple episodes. So even though he might not have been successful like Joe Don was in the first part of the series, he did eventually join the Triad. And poor Louis, he went through the ringer, thanks a lot in part to Jay. So that was interesting. And some of the, like if he was paired up with one of the Triad people, they would like throw the challenge, and Louis was always trying his best to win. But Ben, pretty much after Joe Don left, Ben kind of controlled the whole series, along with Jay. Jay probably could have won if he hadn't rubbed, was it Christina right here? She was the captain in the last half of the season. So, such a great series. If you have not watched it, it's available on Daily Motion. So go and watch it. There's some great twists with the Triad and Joe Don I didn't even plan that. When he gets cut adrift, I was kind of cheering for Joe Don the first couple episodes. We watched this our senior year of high school. We homeschooled, so we were pretty much done with schooling. we went and did different trips, went to Hollywood and stuff, but we would always tune in to watch this, even though the last 3 or 4 episodes didn't air on the primetime spot. Was it Thursday, I think? After Survivor, I think it was. It was in a primetime, but then they moved it to Monday. But we still watched it. I remember watching the finale with our parents, with Josh. So it was a fun one. You know, off the success of Pirates, we love Pirates not only because we went to Dominica and saw where they were building what eventually would be the second and third one, the landscape, beautiful landscape. When they're fighting on the beach in the second one, we would walk that trail and see that beach every morning. And we named the best dog we've ever had was Jack McPatches, which was his dad, Sparrow Williams. So anyway, great show. We'll continue this series next week with a great mystery show. So you do not want to miss that mystery show. It's great. Tune in. Well, maybe not next week, but the next episode in this One Hit Wonder series will be a mystery TV show. Comment down below if you have any guesses what that would be. That comes out later. 2011, I believe, is when that came out. This was in 2007. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go right now after you finish this video and watch Pirate Master, a very underrated TV show that really didn't get a chance to thrive and get its legs under it, but will always be one of my favorite shows. Like, subscribe, share with the TV show Pirate Master lover. Until next time, guys, watch Pirate Master and keep collecting.